Hi there, Dr. Grant Blashki here from familydoctor.expert, and today I'm going to be talking about recovery from long-term illness. As a GP, I see many patients struggle with quite difficult illnesses, and so here are a couple of tips that I've come up with over the years, and I hope they're helpful. So number one is that when you're really sick, you need to think about your sense of time. You structure your time so that you've got at least one activity that is enjoyable. So that could be going to a movie or going for a walk if you can, or whatever it is, but one enjoyable thing, and one achievement activity. By an achievement activity I mean paying that bill you had to pay, or cleaning up something, so something that gives you a sense of achievement at the end of the day. The second tip I have is to just take one day at a time. So you sort of get up in the morning and you've really got to commit that you're going to make today as good as it can be. The third thing I have to say about time is that a lot of us run on what I like to call mechanical time. The clock on your watch or your iPhone, which tells you what time it is and what you're doing. I think with illness, it's good to think in terms of organic time, sort of the rate that a tree grows or the plants grow. So things might take months or even years to get fully better. I recommend that you surround yourself with supportive people. So family and friends, that are those people that give you energy, that are really helpful, and don't try and manage the illness alone. Make sure that you call in all those supports that you've got around you. The other important thing is to make sure that you have a communicative healthcare team. So that means that you want a GP that will actually take the time to understand what your issues are, and that if you've got specialists or allied health providers involved, that they are actually talking to each other, so that people, the health professionals, are actually on the same page and trying to get you better. The other thing I'd say is there are lots of inspirational stories of people who've recovered from serious illness. You can go on YouTube or look in books. I found some fantastic people that really just inspire the hell out of you, and that's worth having a look at. The last thing I'd like to talk about is attitude. Now, one of the greatest dangers when you're really sick is to think that these things are never going to change, and the evidence is contrary to that. We know that human beings are incredibly adaptive. People can recover from extraordinary illnesses. With the brain, we're learning about neuroplasticity now, and the brain that can actually recover. The body, and also medications and various treatments are improving all the time. So I think maintaining that attitude that even if things are pretty hard, that they can change, is really important. The other thing with the attitude is be kind to yourself. Often, people who've been in a very active role are used to setting a fairly high bar for their achievements, and it's very important to just accept the... Simon! Oh, we've got a little cameo there behind us. You can see this chap on Tel Aviv beach having a shower. Bit of an unexpected development in the video, but that's okay. This is live YouTube video. Anyway, the last thing that I wanted to tell you about, which I think is really important with your attitude, is expect a fluctuating course. Things don't always go improve in a linear way. Usually there's ups and downs, and so it's important to have that expectation. The final thing I'd say is that it's important to remain hopeful and to be flexible to what happened. So I just didn't expect this guy to come into my video, but I thought he made a fantastic cameo. Anyway, so there's a few tips on recovery. Think about your sense of time, structure your time, surround yourself with good people, have an attitude that's hopeful, and that recognises that things can change and things can improve. So I wish you all the best from familydoctor.expert.